Hi, this is Lynn Ghahary, garden girl at 2peasinabucket.com, here with another Finally Friday video. For today's card, we're going to be creating a St. Patrick's Day card using lots of different colors of patterned paper and our heart punch that we're actually going to use to make a shamrock. So let's get started. First, I'm starting with this card base. It is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. I put the, I just like my openings on the bottom of my cards. This is a really nice wood grain patterned paper from Pebbles. I believe it's their Fresh Goods collection. So I wanted to use this for the base of our card. We're also going to be using several different patterned papers from Pebbles in a rainbow of colors. So I'll just show them to you here. These are from a lot of different collections. I think some are from the Fresh Goods collection. Some I think are from an older Happy-Go-Lucky collection. I know that Pebbles is really well known for their bright colors and their fun patterns. And you can see what I love is, I'll just flip these over for a second. On the back of these, you can see a lot of these are where these would be considered the A side, the side where the pattern is. But the great thing about Pebbles is that they always put a coordinating solid color of some type on the back side, and that's what I'm going to be using here today. Okay, so first what we're going to do is, I'm just going to move this off to the side. I took a piece of white cardstock, and what I did was I took my 2 1/2 inch circle punch and I just took it and I punched in like that. Okay, so I'm going to make a little bit of a window, and once I did that, I went ahead and see if you can see it on camera. There are some light pencil lines here. What we're going to do is we're actually going to cut the different colored pattern papers, and we're going to make a rainbow around this opening. And in this opening, we're going to put the shamrock that we're going to create with our heart punch. So I'm going to show you an easy way to do this, because I know a lot of people have asked me. I've done this kind of like sunburst pattern before, and they're always wondering, how do I get my pattern papers lined up? So this is how I do it. It is probably not the best way to do it, but it's the way that I do it that works for me. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to take my red patterned paper first, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it. This is a pencil line right here. Again, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but I'm going to place that right here, and then I'm going to take my ruler and a pencil, and this is my other pencil line here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line that up, and I'm going to draw a line like this. Okay. You probably can't see, but there's a line there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my X-Acto, I'm going to line it up on the pencil lines, and I'm going to cut. I'm just going to trim across here. Again, I use the edge of my paper as my other straight edge just to save a little bit of time in cutting. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this, grab some adhesive. This is the spot where I wanted to put my red, so I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive down. And now I'm going to take my cardstock, my patterned paper rather. I'm going to hold this up, maybe you can see it better. But basically, I am going to line up my patterned paper right on my pencil lines, just like that. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to trim off the edges with my X-Acto. You can do this all at the end. I just do it as I go along, just so it's a little bit easier to manage. Oops, didn't cut all the way through. Okay, and there you have it. Now I'm going to leave this piece in the middle, because what's going to happen is as I go around with all of my colors, I'm going to have little scraps hanging over, and then what I'll do is I'll turn it over and I'll take my circle punch, and I'll come in here, punch it, And that way I'll get a nice clean line, okay? So this is how I do it. Again, there are probably easier ways to do it, but that's just a quick way to create that kind of starburst effect. And for the purpose of the video, I didn't want to waste too much time. So here's one that I created already. So you can see that I just went ahead in the colors of the rainbow. I went around and adhere all the different patterned papers. So now I'm going to take my card base, and this is about how it's going to look. I punched out, this is just a piece of white cardstock. This opening right here is 2.5 inches. So I punched this out at 2 3/4 inches. That way I can place it behind there. And when I adhere this, I'm actually going to adhere this on dimensional adhesive so the white will show through. So let me go ahead and adhere that. Okay, I'm just going to lay this on here for now, just so that when we're building our shamrock, I have an idea of where I want to place things. So now, to make a shamrock, you could use your silhouette and die cut a shamrock shape, but I'm actually going to use, this is a heart punch from Martha Stewart, and I'm going to show you how you can build one using your heart punch. So I'm just going to punch out 4 hearts. Now when we arrange them, we're going to make it something like this. And I'm going to show you a little trick here for creating the stem using one of our hearts. This is our heart. I'll hold it up close. Let me move this aside so maybe the camera will get in focused on this. And basically you're going to take this and just cut a little edge along like that. And just cut like a straight bottom. And there you go, that's your stem. So it works out perfectly. It's a great little curved shape there, and it fits in perfectly with the size of the shamrock that you've cut. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that, and I'll zip through it for you. Okay, so now I've adhered my hearts in this little shamrock design. I just wanted to mention I actually ended up folding the hearts in half so that it just gives a little bit more dimension. So like the leaves of the shamrock stick up. So now we basically are going to take this and we're going to adhere this over it. I'm going to use dimensional adhesive on the back of it so it creates a little bit of like a shadow box here. So I'll zip through that for you. Okay, now that I have this adhered, we are almost done. What I'm going to do now is I printed this little sentiment here. It says "Got luck." So I am going to use some crochet thread and wrap it around here and tie my little sentiment there. So I've actually attached a needle here so that it's easier for me to get this through. I've got a little knot going on here, hold on. Okay, so that is easier for me to get it through that opening. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, we're almost done. I forgot that I wanted to add, I just have these white or clear jewels, so I wanted to add one to the center. If I can get it off here, to the center of my shamrock. So there you go. It's a really fun St. Patrick's Day card. So I hope you'll give it a try. And for more information on this card, please visit the Finally Friday video tab at 2peasinabucket.com. Thanks for watching.